Guess who's in the paper?
Well, I hope it's worth ruining my possum pot pie.
Well, Diana Dayton's done got herself engaged.
That ain't even worth the crust. Who's she?
Oh, I met her that day at that fancy girls' school. Look right there in Society Sandy's column.
Well, if that girl can get a husband, anybody can. Ugliest thing I ever did see. Got a beard clear down to her chest.
Well, Granny, you're looking at the wrong picture. That's some actor. This is Diana.
The actor's prettier than she is, even with the beard.
Listen to what Society Sandy says about her. This reporter's ears turned shocking pink to hear Divine Diana Dayton announce her engagement just hours after being presented to society at the biggest coming-out party these baby blues have ever seen.
Well, that's fine, honey. Now, you run along. Now, you'll get a husband, don't you worry.
But I ain't worried.
Of course not, honey. No need to be. I'm worrying enough for the both of us.
We're back.
Oh, good. Jethro, here's the phone number of the newspaper. You call up and get the Society Sandy on the phone and ask her what it takes to give a coming-out party.
Yes, ma'am. A coming-out party?
Or Ellie. This Diana gal snared herself a husband right after she give one. She's got a face of with sour milk.
Better find out what they put in the punch.
I got Society Sandy's secretary on the phone.
We should have thought of it. The reason Ellie ain't got no dates is because nobody in Beverly Hills knows that she's here. She ain't been presented to society.
And that's what a coming-out party's for, hmm?
Why, sure. When you want to get rid of an old hound dog, you bring him out where folks can look at him, don't you?
I see your point, but I wouldn't put it just that way.
All I know is that I've tried every love charm in my book to get Ellie Mae a husband. And now we gotta give it the old horse auction approach.
Don't know as I'd put it that way, neither.
Yes, ma'am. Uh-huh. Hand engraved invitation. Everybody in the blue book. Uh-huh. Is that all?
Yes, that's about it. Have fun and lots of luck. Bye. Oh, Society! Sandy! Feast your baby blues on this.
Yeah.
Ellie Mae Clampett is having a coming-out party.
Ellie Mae Clampett. Let me see. Did I meet her at the Von Clippington tea dance?
Oh, Sandy, I'm putting you on. It was a hillbilly. You should have heard the questions. At a coming-out party, does the folks have to stay out, or can they come back inside and set a spell?
Clampett. Clampett. I know I've heard that name before. Get me research on the horn.
Oh.
Next, you got to invite the 400. They's in the blue book.
We'll get one of them books.
Yeah. And then you got to have party victuals fixed by a world's famous chef.
Mm-hmm. I already figured on doing the cooking.
And then you got to have music for dancing.
Well, I'll get out my guitar and Jethro and his spoon.
Yeah.
This is Ellie's big chance. We gotta do everything big. Everything first rate.
You're right. We gotta hire us a high-class outfit.
This calls for nothing less than Luther Gooch and his Ozark Jug Band.
You reckon they'd come?
Oh, it's gonna cost Jed a pretty penny. But as long as we've gone this far, what's another $10 or $20?
Okay, thanks. No, that's all I need to know. Wow. What a scoop. Ellie Mae's father, J.D. Clampett, has 68 million simoleons.
Oh, they're in the simoleon business.
That means money, honey. They're oil rich. Get them on the phone.
It ain't no rumor. It's gonna be the biggest wing-ding you ever seen. We're bringing in 2 bands from out of town, inviting everybody in the blue book and then some.
Sounds like you're out to get a name for yourself.
No, we're out to get a name for Ellie. One with a missus in front of it. Oh, Jed's spending a fortune. We're gonna make that Diana Dayton's party look like a rained-out well digging.
Zappity-doo, pussycat. My head is spinning.
Then if you don't want to miss the party, you take some whorehound and honey and get right in bed. All right.
Society Sandy's sick?
I'll say, lightheaded, talking goofy, and has the worst case of gravel throat I ever heard. She sounded for all the world like a man.
Good morning, Miss Hathaway.
Oh, Chief, have you seen the morning paper?
No. Is my picture in it?
It's Society Sandy's column. It says the Clampetts are having a coming-out party for Ellie Mae.
What?
Listen. There's a coming-out party planned for the Clampett Cupcake, Ellie Mae, that should be the Beverly Hills Basherino of the year. Papa Clampett is sparing no expense.
Call that paper. They can't print lies like that. I'll sue.
Well, Society Sandy got the story right from Granny.
Come on, we've got to get up there and stop them.
But Chief, a coming-out party for Ellie Mae isn't such a bad idea.
It is when they spare no expense. Come on. Mr. Clampett, Granny?
This must be their idea of a coming-out party. Oh, Chief, it's worse than I thought.
Yeah, you must have spent 10 or 20 bucks on crepe paper alone.
I was thinking of the Clampetts' feelings.
We'll think of a reason why nobody shows up.
After a mention in Society Sandy's column, every matron in Beverly Hills will give the mink coat off her poodle's back to come.
You think so?
I know so, that they'll be expecting champagne, roses, white tie, and tails. It's an exquisitely beautiful, elegant affair.
Well, thank you, Miss Jane. We done the best we could.
They'll be talking about this party for a long time.
I sure hope so. Well, come on, say hello to Granny. She's out in the kitchen whooping up the party victuals.
She's already started cooking?
Has been for 48 hours. She sleeps standing up, leaning against the cupboard with a ladle in her hand.
My goodness.
Yeah, she says she's going to make this a bigger coming-out party than the one Elsie Suggins had back home.
A coming-out party back in the hills?
Well, in a manner of speaking, Elsie gave it for her boy Moonshine when he got out of jail. Granny, look who's here.
Hello, Granny.
How are you, Granny?
Good to see you. But don't get no ideas you're going to help out. Everything's been taken care of. The plans has been made, and the cooking is on the way.
Granny, you're dead on your feet. You need some sleep.
Sleep, there'll be plenty of time for that after Ellie's wedding.
Wedding?
Yes. Out here, a coming-out party can get a gal married quicker than a shotgun could back home.
Well, I don't know about that, but I thought it'd be a good way for Ellie to meet some of the young fellas around here. Granny.
Oh, yeah, of course. That's right, of course.
Oh, howdy, Mr. Drysdale. Miss Jane. Uncle Jed, the wind was blowing too much out back, so he's going to finish the invitations in here.
Those are invitations?
Yes, ma'am. For a fancy do like this, we found out they had to be hand engraved.
Come on, Bessie. Can't you go no faster?
You lay off her, Jethro. She can print twice as pretty as you can.
Well, she ought to be able to. She takes twice as long.
Bessie helping you?
Well, Jethro said we'd never get done unless she did.
Yeah, Society Sandy said that we should send invites to every one of the 400 in the Blue Book.
Do you have a blue book?
Yeah. This here's one.
Jethro, this is the Beverly Hills telephone directory.
That's right. That's the only one with the blue cover.
Jethro, the blue book is another name for the social register.
Yeah. Boy, if I wasn't so doggone good at ciphering, I'd swear there was more than 400 names in here.
I don't know which will hurt them more. Being laughed at then or being told now they're doing everything wrong.
Well, you've got to tell them.
Absolutely not. I'll resign first.
All right, resign first, then tell them.
I couldn't.
Well, who are we going to find? Who will? Who's cold enough, callous enough, heartless enough?
Milburn?
Margaret, we were just talking about you. Excuse us, Miss Hathaway. How are you, my sweet?
I was just reading Society Sandy's column about Ellie Mae Clampett's coming out party. Everybody in the beauty salon was talking about it.
Oh, yes. Your hair does look gorgeous, dear.
Claude's beauty salon, the Poodle Pampatorium.
Your hair does look gorgeous, Claude.
Oh, stop it, Milburn.
He was having a facial.
A facial?
Yes. Milburn, what about Ellie Mae's party? Apparently the cream of Beverly Hills society is going. It's the talk of the town.
Yes, it is a wonderful opportunity for the Clampetts, but I did want to ask you if... Well, they do need social direction, and I know how good you are at giving parties, and... Well, would you help them?
I'd love to.
Did you say you'd love to?
Well, I certainly can't beat them, so I might as well do everything I can to help them, fit in.
Oh, Margaret, that's wonderful.
Have Miss Hathaway tell them that I'll be over right away.
Oh, thank you, sweetheart.
All right, everybody, Miss Drysdale's here to lend a hand.
How do you do?
Howdy, Miss Drysdale.
Now, let's make her welcome. And pulling together, we'll put on the best coming-out party ever.
I'm sure you'll never forget it. Tell me some of the things you're cooking, Granny.
I'm starting with possum sausages. What about it?
Possum sausages? How wonderful.
Huh?
The 400 will love them. What else are you serving?
Filet.
Filet mignon?
Filet gumbo.
Good.
Full of whole crawdads, big chunks of catfish, and mudsucker.
Oh, my taste buds are doing a tango. Society will be mad about this. And what party preparations are these?
We're hand-engraving party invites.
Hand and grab. These are the invitations?
Yeah, we's all doing it. Bessie, too.
You have a monkey writing invitations? I never heard of one so smart.
I don't know why everybody makes such a big fuss over that ape. She's only copying what I put in front of her. You take this away from her, she can barely write her own name.
These are the invitations you're sending out.
Yeah, to everybody in the blue book.
This is the blue book? You only want the elite at your party. Why don't you let me take care of inviting the guests?
Swell. You can take over right there at Porky's Pizza Parlor.
Don't worry. I'll make sure the right people come.
Now, you see, Granny, she's being a help. Why, you might even have a chance to get some sleep before the party. Of course, I know you ain't the least bit sleepy. Are you, Granny? Granny?
Good morning, Miss Hathaway. All ready for the big party tonight?
I'm ready, but are the Clampetts?
I'll check a little later. Margaret's up there right now attending to the final details, and she's personally invited all the right people.
Yes, but Chief, what about the hand-engraved invitations to everybody in the phone book?
Margaret took care of that. She told Jethro she'd bring them back here to mail, and she did, in the incinerator.
Chief, that's so sly and devious.
Yes. Isn't she wonderful?
Good morning, Mr. Clampett. You all ready for our party?
Well, we was, Miss Drysdale, but I'm afraid I got a piece of bad news. This here telegram's from Millard Fribble.
Millard Fribble?
Yeah, you remember him. He's the fellow with swing-a-latin musical song.
Oh, yes. Perfect for a coming-out party. When are they arriving?
Well, that's just it. They ain't.
They ain't? They aren't?
No, you see, they took an offer to play at the Buzz River Hog and Steer Auction.
They're giving up a trip to Beverly Hills for that?
Well, it is a showcase.
I see. But you still got that Luther somebody and his Ozark Jug Band.
Oh, Luther Gooch phoned to cancel, too. It seems they needed some new jugs to toot on. So they had a party, and now they got the jugs, but nobody's sober enough to play them.
What a shame.
Don't worry, we got plenty of records to play on the phonograph. You know, bluegrass, barn dance, things like that.
Well, as long as you have country music, it's a high society favorite.
Well, you got the outside decorated all right?
Oh, you've done a fabulous job. Of course, a few more corn shucks would be nice.
Well, that's fine with me, as long as your friends wouldn't feel it was too show-off.
Jed? Oh, Miss Drysdale. I was calling Jed to come see the coming-out dress that you bought for Ellie. Come on in.
That sure was nice of you, Miss Drysdale, buying that dress, fixing Ellie's hair and all.
Come on down, Ellie.
Oh, she's just perfect.
She looks just like Gertrude Lovely in the Star-Spangled Vagabond.
Ain't it a little bit flashy?
The way a girl looks at her coming out party is all important. Dictated preceded by tradition.
You want to do everything just right.
And you have. From these decorations to having Bessie the chimp parking the cars.
All right, honey, you can change back now. Now, we just wear our regular Sunday go-to-meeting clothes, huh?
That's right. And Mr. Clampett, the big tie with the flower.
I didn't know you was fond of it.
Oh, yes. Well, everything seems to be in order, so I'll be running along. If you need any more help before the party, just call me.
Yeah, thank you, Miss Drysdale.
Yes, thanks, honey. You've been awful sweet.
It was my pleasure. I just want to be sure that Beverly Hills society gets the proper impression.
I don't care about that. Just so Ellie gets the proper fella.
I can't get over how she's helped us with this coming out party.
Sweet as sugar. Ain't tried to change one thing that we done. And do you know, it was her suggested bobbing for apples and having a sack race.
Just goes to show you that when it comes to having a good time, folks is folks. Either high society or a bunch of stump jumpers like us. Wonder who that is.
She double-crossed me. She hasn't changed a thing.
Oh, hi, Mr. Drysdale, Miss Jane.
Just couldn't wait till tonight, huh?
Really looks nice, don't it? Well, your wife ought to need a few more corn shucks around.
She's been nice as pie to us. Even bought Ellie a beautiful red dress and
Red.
all covered with fringe and spangles and such. Says all coming out gals wears them.
Of course, everybody else just wears Sunday go to meet.
Don't worry about splashing gopher gravy on your good clothes. We've given everybody their own bib.
Drive back to the office, Miss Hathaway.
But, Chief,
Drive.
Excitement just too much for him, huh?
yes, that's it.
Well, see you tonight.
Come early, stay late.
Bye.
Just wait till I get my hands on Margaret. Look at this guest list. Everybody from Society Sandy to Phil the dry cleaner.
Prince Filippo de Ragatini.
Either way, they're all going to think the Clappers are a bunch of hicks. Why, these social lions will eat them alive.
Well, it looks as though your wife has won. The party's tonight.
We've got to do something. Ellie Mae's coming out will look like a masquerade ball.
Chief, that's it. Give me the guest list and let's start phoning.
What are you talking about?
A society first. A masquerade coming out party.
All right, but it better work, or there's going to be a giant going-away party. For the Clampetts' money, my wife, and you.
Well, Chief, it worked. Society's having a wonderful masquerade party.
Yes. But I hope nobody tells Mr. Clampett he won first prize for the best costume.
Never find out what we did. By the way, where's your wife?
At home, she couldn't make it.
Oh, really? What happened?
I locked her in the closet.
Well, Granny, they all seem to be having a high old time. Mr. Drysdale says the cream of society is here.
Well, if this is the cream, I'd hate to see the skim milk. Look at them. They're all a bunch of goofs.
Do seem to dress them mighty peculiar, don't they?
Peculiar. Did you see that goomer wearing a sheet and a bunch of leaves in his hair?
Steve, I thought that was a bird's nest. It ain't so much they're dressing funny, but have you talked to any of them? I asked that fella dancing with Ellie who he was, and he said Napoleon.
You can't blame them for acting strange, as sick as they are.
What you mean?
Miss Drysdale said everyone on the guest list was a blue blood.
Mr. Clampett, Granny, I want you to meet Society Sandy.
Well, howdy there.
How's your sore throat, honey?
I beg your pardon?
Just can't shake it, huh?
You pussycats have really done it. You know, these Tootsies have danced at a lot of coming-out parties, but this one beats them all. It's the most original and inventive I've ever seen.
Well, thank you, but by rights, the credit belongs to you and our dear friend, Miss Drysdale.
Well, it's a great party, and you have a lovely daughter. And I hope I see a lot of you in the future.
Well, Mr. Lady Killer, you sure set Miss Society Sandy on her ear.
What you talking about?
Well, she seemed quite anxious to get to know you better. I mean, she ain't gonna have that sore throat forever.
Forget it, Granny. It don't bother me that she ain't too pretty in the face and dresses funny and totes a stick with a ribbon on it. But I just don't think I could warm up to a woman that smokes a cigar.
In my life when I'm lost in the dark, you're my stars in the sky like a ship in the night. Without you I'm adrift. You're my gift, swift lift when I need that shift. Yeah, I need you on repeat, no fade out. You're my melody, no break, no way out. In the chorus of my life you play loud. In my heart, in my soul you stay proud. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. So here's to you, the beats in my heart, together never apart from me and to the start. You're my muse, my tune and my card, you're the heart.
He don't have to look for it. I got plenty right here.
But he's looking for the kind of work that'll pay him some money.
What does he need with money? You give him 50 cents a week.
Well, he claims that it takes more than that to court a Beverly Hills girl in first-class style. He wants a job where he can use his education.
That's what's ruined him. All that high education. He thinks he's too good to do hand labor. Wants to be a white-collar man.
Granny, the way Jethro spills food, he ain't never going to be a white-collar man.
Well, I still say there ain't nobody needs that much education.
Well, considering he wants to be an atomic scientist or a brain surgeon, I don't think it's too much to graduate 6th grade.
Well, I don't know about atomic scientists, but speaking as a doctor, I can tell you that it don't take no 6 years of schooling to be a brain surgeon.
It'll be off-season for them anyway. Jethro looked all through these help wanted ads, and there wasn't one calling for a brain surgeon. Or for atomic scientists either, come to think of it.
Well, then, what kind of work is he looking for?
Well, Jethro said just to pick up some pocket money, he was going to run by the movie studio and see if Mr. Chapman had any odd jobs for him, like producing a picture.
Well, no, Jethro. I'm afraid I don't have any openings right now for a producer.
I'd be awful good, Mr. Chapman.
Oh, you're perfectly qualified, Jethro. You've got a 6th grade education, and your uncle owns the studio.
Just that I don't need a producer. It don't have to be producing, Mr. Chapman. I'll do anything for some quick money. How about directing or starring?
You are desperate for work.
Yeah, but that don't mean I work cheap. You gotta beat what I get at home. 50 cents a week?
You've got yourself priced right.
I'm sorry, Mr. Chapman, but the guard says there's an uncontrollable mob of girls at the gate. They demand to see El Magnifico.
Who?
The great lover.
How'd they know I was here?
This is El Magnifico, Jethro. He's a famous matador. We're making a movie with him. Tell Ralph to put on an extra guard.
Yes, sir.
This guy's a great lover?
That's right.
Well, heck, fire. He ain't even out of knee breeches.
That's what a matador wears when he fights bulls, Jethro.
Fights bulls?
Yes, that's his profession. He's a bullfighter.
Boy, he's harder up for a job than me.
Don't kid yourself. Matadors are not only popular with girls, they make a great deal of money.
Fighting bulls?
Mr. Chapman, the girls caught sight of El Magnifico and they've broken through the gate.
What?
Yes.
Up there? Can we get us a bull?
A bull? What for?
I'm gonna fight the booger.
Fight him?
Yeah, that's gonna be my life's calling. Fighting bulls and beating off women.
Well, Whatever it was that mashed your head out of shape didn't do your brain no good neither.
This ain't my hat. This belongs to a feller by the name of El Magnifico. He's been fighting bulls for 10 years.
Well, if you don't like him, why don't he stay out of the pasture?
He don't fight him for spite. He fights him for money.
He gets paid
Yeah, thousands of dollars.
for fighting bulls.
Yeah.
Boy, somebody's been greening you.
Uncle Jeff, it's the truth.
Well, if it ain't the educated white-collar worker, did you get a job producing movies?
No, ma'am, Granny. I done decided on a new life's calling. That is, if Uncle Jed will give me the money to buy a bull.
Now the boy is talking sense. Raising cattle is good, honest work.
I ain't gonna raise cattle.
But what you want with a bull?
Don't ask, Granny. It'll just get you riled.
Why should I get riled? A honest answer turneth the way right. Now, tell your granny, what you gonna do with the bull?
I'm gonna fight him.
Don't you give me any smart
Granny, I ain't giving you no smart mouth. Bullfighters makes lots of money. And girls just goes crazy for them.
I warn you. Well, where'd you get a story like that?
Well, I figure somebody's just trying to unload a bad bull on a green boy.
I tell you, I seen it with my own eyes. There was a skinny little fella wearing a sissy suit with knee breeches, and a whole bunch of pretty girls throwed themselves on him like ducks on a June bug.
How come?
'Cause he fights bulls.
Are you gonna give me a straight answer?
Is that the only reason?
Well, it had to be. I was standing right there, and they grabbed him.
An uncommon handsome man.
Compared to me.
Yeah, well, I reckon there's lots of things in this world we don't understand.
I don't care nothing about understanding it. I just want to get in on it. How about it, Uncle Jed? Can I get a bull and go to fighting?
You can get a tater fork and go to digging.
And I dug them taters. Here, boy, take these out in the kitchen.
The women don't chase tater toters.
You got one chasing you. Where did Jethro get this hat?
Claims it belongs to that bullfighter.
His head must have run mostly to ears.
I got an idea. Let's get us a bull.
What?
Now, hear me out. We've been wanting to have a good old-fashioned barbecue.
But Jethro will go to fighting it.
Not for long. Appears to me there ain't nothing a man can get his fill up faster than scrapping with a bull.
Afraid he'll get hurt?
Ah, a good stout bull can take care of itself.
There's one thing Jethro would like better than fighting it. It'd be eating it.
This way he can do both.
I'll put the taters in the bin for you, Granny.
Thank you, boy. And now I got good news for you. We's gonna get a bull.
Hot dog! I can go right out and buy me a big club.
Now, hold on, boy. You ain't gonna tie into that critter with a club.
Heck no! That's to beat off the women.
Melvin, be reasonable. I know we're a little over budget.
You're $100,000 over budget.
But we're making the greatest bullfight picture of all time. Sand and blood.
I don't mind the sand, but stop spending my blood.
This picture will thrill millions of aficionados like myself. It will be the movie debut of El Magnifico.
El baloney. Now, I want this picture wrapped up. Now, you tell him to throw his bull and get back to Spain.
But you just don't say that to the world's greatest matador.
I'll say it to him. Now, you get that steer jockey in here. Get going, El Scrammo.
We will not stand here and allow you to insult one of the greatest toreros to ever enter a bull ring.
Yes, and we're putting him on film.
We're putting him on a boat.
Melvin, just the women who come to see this picture will make it a success.
That's true. El Magnifico is one of the world's most eligible bachelors.
Yes, he'll make the 100,000 back for you.
That clown wouldn't know what 100,000 looks like.
He gets 100,000 for one bullfight.
What?
That clown is worth $5 million.
How dare you call him a clown? We can't let this man go back to Spain. He must stay here with his money.
Money is in Spain.
Oh, take care of that. He didn't stay here. He was American. He married an American girl, and I know just the girl. The perfect mate for El Magnifico. Yes, L.A. May Clampett.
like... Okay to miss nothing.
All right, Ellie. Get ready to be stirred to a peak of frenzy. I'm gonna jump on this rascal and throw him with a combination horn lock and stomach scissors.
Oh, Jethro!
There's a crowd pleaser. Looks like the bull's getting the hang of the fighting even if you ain't.
The bull didn't do this. Ellie did.
Well, I was fixing to hurt Marvin.
Yeah, she's gonna make a pet out of my fighting bull and ruin my career. I'm on the way to fame, fortune, and females. Ellie, leave him be! She's gonna have him fetching sticks.
Don't knock it, boy. It's better than what you had him doing.
What happened?
Oh, nothing. Ellie just threw Jethro through the door.
Oh, boy, is he hurt?
Mr. Clampett, Granny, there couldn't be a better time to tell you my good news. I have a man for Ellie.
Praise be. Fetch him in. We'll have a wedding barbecue.
Oh, now, hold on. We ought to know something about the fella.
Of course. Well, he's a bachelor.
That's enough. Fetch him in.
I couldn't do that anyway. You see, Granny, he's in a movie at Mr. Clampett's studio.
Hear that, Jed? He's a movie star.
Well, not yet. He's actually a matador. He's making Sand and Blood.
I don't care if he's just making room and board. Ellie Mae!
Tell me some more about this fella, Mr. Drysdale. You know what kind of a man he is?
To the penny.
What I mean is he a nice fella? Nice looking?
Mr. Clampett, wherever this man goes, all over the world, women throw themselves at his feet.
Well, I don't downgrade good-looking feet.
I'll have her ready in a jiffy, Mr. Drysdale.
Well, I'll go along and help them pick out just the right dress for this fellow. He's something special.
Danged if he ain't. Pretty feet, and wears a dress.
Yeah, well, Jack, Miss Jane straightened me out on that bullfighting business.
She did, huh?
Yeah, it turns out you don't hand wrestle them at all.
Just kind of wasting your time, huh?
Yeah, but I know what to do now.
What's the tablecloth for?
For the bull.
Wait a minute, boy. Let your granny cook him first.
Now, you bring Mr. Moan home with you for victuals tonight, Ellie.
Mr. Who?
Didn't you say his name was Ray Moen? I'll bake a couple of possums, and I'll puree some crow gizzards.
Well, maybe he'll want to take Ellie to a Spanish restaurant. You see, they like their food highly flavored.
Oh. Well, if he likes his victuals with a high flavor, I'll chicken fry a polecat, and I'll open up some goat cheese.
We'll let you know, Granny.
Goodbye, and be a good girl, Ellie. I will.
Ha-ha! Ho! Ha-ha! Ha-ha! Ho! There, see? That's how you're supposed to do it.
I'm afraid it's hopeless, Jethro. Marvin is simply not a fighting bull.
Well, I sure would like to see the kind old Magnifico fights.
Let's go over to the studio. They're filming a corrida this afternoon.
Hot dog! I'll get my coat.
Excuse me, Miss Jane, but you hadn't out to wave nothing red in front of a bull?
Oh, but that's a... Thank you.
Say, have you seen this fella that Mr. Drysdale's got for Ellie?
Oh, indeed I have. What a beautiful man.
Beautiful?
From his pink stockings right up to his pigtail.
Let's go, Miss Jane. See you later, Uncle Jed.
Bye.
Pink stockings and pigtails. And after Ellie waited so long for a man.
Ah, Ramon, here is your lovely surprise, just as I promised. Senorita Ellie Mae Clampett, may I present El Magnifico.
Howdy.
Qué hermosa. Es usted infinitamente más linda de lo que me habían hecho creer. Por favor, acuda a la filmación de la corrida y dedicaré el toro a usted.
Well, what'd he say?
Howdy. I'm sorry to cut this short, but the Plaza de Toros said it's clear over on the back lot. We've got 5,000 extras waiting.
Please, come and sit in the front row, and I will cut off an ear for you.
Oh, don't do that. You only got 2.
What does she mean by that?
Howdy.
Well, you run along. We'll be there.
Hasta luego.
Well, Ellie Mae, how did you like him?
Well, he's awful pretty. But back home, fellas ain't marrying age till they's in long pants.
Oh, he's old enough. He'll make a great husband.
Well, I wouldn't mind cooking for him. I sure would hate to have to wash and iron that suit.
Oh, you're just in time. El Magnifico is beginning his cape work.
Pretty near got him. Why don't he throw away that old red overcoat and lay down like everybody's telling him? He's gonna get hurt.
No, he's not, Ellie. He's just teasing the bull.
Teasing it.
Yes, to tire it out.
Hey, you stop teasing that bull. Stop it or I ain't gonna marry you.
Ellie, don't distract him. The bull might get him.
Done it again.
No, Ellie, no! Ellie, no!
Bull! I didn't even hear him coming.
It wasn't the bull, it was me. And what's more, I ain't gonna marry you.
Mira, yo he conocido americanas locas, pero a usted no le gana a nadie.
And you ain't gonna make up to me with no howdy.
Hey, Mr. Drysdale, what happened?
Your cousin Ellie just threw El Magnifico out of... Where did you get that?
Over the wardrobe. Miss Jane done learned me to be a bullfighter. Boy, am I gonna get the women now.
Jethro, you don't know how...
Hey, there's a bull that ain't busy.
Yes, but you don't want to get up. Jethro! Jethro, get out of there!
Hi, Bull! It's me, El Jethro. You and me's gonna fight.
Of course, it ain't really fighting. I'm just gonna wave this fancy tablecloth and duck aside when you run at me. Come on. Don't be scared. It ain't gonna hurt you.
Jethro, run!
I ain't supposed to run. Here! Come on, Bull! Hey, watch them horns. I don't want you ripping my fancy britches. Ow! You stepped on my toe. This time I'll get my feet out of your way. There. Now, come on. Let's make it look good so as I can get me some women. Hey, look. Nobody likes a smart aleck bull. You do that again, I'm gonna throw away that tablecloth and clamp a body scissors on you.
Jethro, you'll be torn to pieces!
Yeah, I know. Them women's gonna mob me. Hey, wait a minute. Are you ready yet? Miss Jane is stupid bully bottom fair. Tell me what to do.
son, Yerko.
Howdy.
Where did you steal him?
How do now? What can I do for you, ma'am?
For a small sum of $1, I tell your fortune. Reveal the future.
Oh, no thanks.
50 cents?
What ain't the money? You can have that.
You don't want to see the future?
Well, I believe I'd rather be surprised like everybody else. Here's your dollar, though.
Don't give it to her, Jed. She's a faker. She can't tell nobody's fortune.
If lady let me see her palm, I reveal her future.
No. You want to steal my rings.
You ain't wearing no ring.
Please?
How many fingers I got, Jed?
5?
You see that I get 5 back.
Nice looking team of horses.
Thank you.
I see.
What do you see?
Nothing. Narda can tell no more.
Why? What's the matter?
Don't ask. Come, Yerko.
But you got $1 to tell me the future.
Here, take it back. Quickly, Yerko. We must leave before it happens.
Before what happens, tell me. I'll give you $5.
No.
Well, how about a baby boy? A big rascal, 230 pounders. What do you say to that?
I say only this. Heed the gypsy's warning. Leave this place before it is too late. Come here.
Did you hear what she said?
Yeah, I sure am glad you're too smart to believe in that nonsense.
20, 30, 40. Now, you sure they'll leave? I depend on it. Oh, I'm so happy. For 5 years, I've been trying to rid the neighborhood of that blight. Now, at last, my dream has come true.
The money, please.
Oh, yes. Where was I?
20.
30, 40, 50, 60. What if they decide not to move? You have but to call on us at tea room. Yerko and I will pay them another visit.
Of course, that will cost you another $100.
Oh, well, I hope that won't be necessary. Let's see, where was I?
40.
50, 60. That's funny. I thought I had 100.
Rich lady must not try to cheat poor gypsies.
Oh, I wouldn't. My goodness, I'd pay any price to get rid of those dreadful hillbillies. Now, where was I?
50.
70, 90, 100. There you are. Blessings of gypsies upon you. Thank you. Oh, by the way, not a word of this to my husband. He panics at the thought of losing that 60 million. Well, toodaloo, or zigeuner, or whatever you gypsies say.
Gypsies say, what 60 million?
The Clampetts have $60 million in my husband's bank. Yes, you not tell poor gypsies. Well, what difference could it make? Very rich people require very special curse. Here. I suppose that costs extra. Is a curse deductible? A free curse is complimentary to build goodwill. How wonderful. Well, happy hexing.
Mother, she must have had another $40.
Granny must have 15 million.
Yes, but how do we get it?
Very simple, my son. I will read her palm again. I will see a dark, handsome man. He will marry her.
Marry Granny? A dark, handsome man?
So you're not handsome.
Me? Now, wait a minute, Mother, listen.
I'm sorry, Chief, but Granny just called with an impossible request, and I thought I'd better...
Miss Hathaway, when a woman has $15 million in my bank, no request is impossible.
But she wants to take the $15 million out of your bank.
Impossible.
I thought you'd feel that way. She'd like it in gunny sacks out in front so she can pick it up on her way back to the hills.
Again, she's going home. Oh, what is it this time?
Well, it seems a couple of gypsies told her there was a curse on the mansion.
Oh, only a nut would believe gypsies.
Your wife believed them?
I just said that. Well, what 2 gypsies can do, 2 more gypsies can undo.
Oh, Chief, where are you going? going to find 2 more gypsies in Beverly Hills.
Let's go, Natasha.
Back upstairs for another load, young ones. We gotta get out of this house before something happens.
Well, what is it that's going to happen, Granny?
Don't ask, child.
Well, why not?
'Cause I don't know.
Granny, I told you we ain't gonna let them gypsies scare us out of our house.
But, Jed, she called every turn.
She might have heard it coming through Bug Tussle. Now, you young'uns, put all that stuff back upstairs.
Jed, she's seen doom right here in my hand. And I can see it now, too. Look, cuts right across my heart line.
You done that cleaning catfish with a dull knife.
Is this house doomed or ain't it? Because I ain't gonna do no more toting.
Ah, there's doom at the door. Run outside, young'uns, and save yourself. No, not that way. You're liable to hit it head on.
Granny, stop spooking the boy. He's liable to run right through a wall. Well, it's the gypsy lady again.
She's come back for my baby.
You got a baby, Granny?
Hush up and duck.
I have good news. There is no curse on this house. Gypsy make mistake reading palm.
Oh, don't blame yourself, ma'am. Granny's got a catfish scar.
If you will let me see your hand again.
Run, Jethro! Get away from me, Gypsy. You're in league with the devil. Forces of evil. Don't you touch me, Jed! Get a gun and shoot her!
This heart line. I see love, romance. I see dark, handsome stranger coming into your life.
You do? Who is he? Where's he from and when's he coming?
Before I can tell you more, I must consult cards, read tea leaves, brew special potion. Could my son and I make camp here overnight?
Why, sure. Can't they, Jed?
Granny, I thought you was scared of gypsies.
Whatever give you that notion? Why, some of my best friends are gypsies. Like my friend Narda here. She's a queen.
Oh, we'd be pleasure to have you, ma'am, but no call for you to camp out. We got plenty of spare bedroom.
Oh, thank you.
Jed, gypsies is outdoor people. To put a gypsy in a house is like putting a bird in a cage.
Well, we would not mind.
Oh, now you're just trying to be nice. We're not going to force our ways on you.
Granny, it gets pretty cold out there tonight.
But, Jed, that's what gypsies like, to sleep on the frost-bit ground. Why, to put a gypsy in a warm bed, why, they's miserable. He means well. He just don't know your ways like I do.
Well, just this once we could sleep in...
Now, Narda, I know that you draw a heap of power from sleeping out under the moon. And I want you at your peak when you conjure up my dark, handsome fella. Now, you take your wagon, go out by the cement pond and camp there. I'll see you later.
Granny, it's going to get pretty nippy out there tonight.
Jed, you don't know these people like I do. A frostbit gypsy is a happy gypsy.
Drive around back and make camp for the night.
Make camp? There must be at least a dozen bedrooms in this mansion.
We are outdoor people.
Not me. I'm a Durham gypsy.
Do as I say and you will be a rich gypsy.
Has my dark, handsome stranger come yet, Jed?
Not yet.
Well, I'm ready for him. Skillet, skillet in my hand, who's the fairest in the land? You little doll.
Granny, I hope you ain't setting too much store by what that gypsy told you. Dark, handsome men don't grow on bushes.
Jed, I know my gypsies, why they got powers that even you and me can't understand. If Narda says a man is coming, he's a-coming.
I hope so.
Why, she'll throw a spell on him that, well, he can't even help himself.
I have brewed magic tea. Come drink.
Hot diggity-dog. There. Now, where's my fella?
I find him in tea leaves.
You should have told me. I swallowed half of him.
It's all right. I see him.
What does he look like?
Very dark, very handsome, has mustache. He comes on wings of song. Any moment now.
Stop that racket! I can't hear what the gypsy's saying. Oh, it's you, Jerko.
Jerko.
Sorry I yelled at you. Go ahead and play. I like fiddle music.
Very good for romance.
Nothing better. How's that for service, Jed? She's not only conjuring me up a fella, but she furnished a fiddle player to put him in the mood when he gets here.
Huh?
You done your part, Narda. Now it's up to me and Yurko.
The gypsy's blessing upon you. And on you, my son.
That's the only tune you know how to play?
Oh, no. Anything you want.
Well, how about something popular like 10-cent cotton, 40-cent meat?
I don't believe I know that one.
How about the letter edged in black? That's pretty on the fiddle. Or the coffin in the baggage coach you had?
Well, they ain't exactly courting tunes, Jed. There he is. How do I look, Jed?
Fine, Granny. You want me to go let him in?
No, I'll go. You stay here and try and learn that goomer some courting music.
You know the Crawdad song?
I don't think so.
Well, you'll catch on in a hurry. It goes like this. You get a line and I'll get a pole, honey. You get a line and I'll get a pole, babe. You get a line and I'll get a pole. We'll go down to the Crawdad hole. Honey, baby, mine. Now you get it.
Are you sure gypsy men wear earrings? I feel like a darn fool.
You look fine, Chief. Very handsome.
I'm coming, lover. Ooh, dark and handsome with a mustache. Ooh, maybe it's Dustin Farnham or Bull Montana. It's a gypsy.
Yes, I am Zarko, king of gypsies.
I'm sorry. Spell or no spell, I can't marry you.
What?
I'm too old for an outdoor honeymoon. A frostbitten granny is a miserable granny. Now, you stay in here. I'll go get Narda to take the curse off you, Zarko.
But we only want to tell you there is no gypsy curse on this house.
The heck there ain't. The place is crawling with gypsies.
There are others.
Others? You can't swing a cat without hitting a gypsy.
Wait, I'll go with you.
No. You stay here. The less you see of me, the easier it's going to be for you to get over that mad passion for me.
Come on, let's find those gypsies and expose them.
Oh, don't forget, Chief. Those gypsies can expose us.
Oh, there you are. Listen to this.
You get the line and I get the pole, Ochichornia. You get the line and I get the pole, Ochistrasnia.
Yeah, that's fine.
Will you marry me?
Marry you? I just turned down your king.
Jet, the gypsy woman just looked into my future.
Mine too.
Yeah, I'm gonna meet a dark, handsome stranger.
Me too.
Come on, Ellie.
Narda!
Hold on, youngins. Let's see how Granny made out first. Well, Granny, your fella show up?
Yeah. In fact, there's two fellas wanting to marry me.
Looks like Narda delivers the goods.
Yeah. She's long on volume, but a mite short on variety.
What you mean?
They's both gypsies. And here's that's all she can conjure.
You hear that, youngin?
I don't care. Gypsy gals is pretty.
And Gypsy fellas is handsome.
Come on, Ellie.
Gypsy living is all right for young'uns, but not for me. Betwixt the froze ground and them stole, squalling babies, I never would get any sleep. Narda!
Yerko, my son, where are you going?
Back to the tea room. These people are Meshuggah.
$60 million, they can be Meshuggah.
But I proposed to Granny, and she turned me down.
There are 3 others in the family. Between us, we will unload a dark, handsome stranger on one of them. Who are you?
I am Zarko.
I am daughter of Zarko. I am Yerko.
I am mother of Yerko.
I am Jethro.
I am cousin of Jethro.
Hey, you must be that gypsy gal I was supposed to meet.
But of course.
And you must be my gypsy fella.
What else?
Hey, come on, let's get acquainted.
What tribe you from, Gypsy?
What tribe you from?
I am Queen of Zagrax.
I am King of Greenbacks.
You tell fortune?
Yes, and I see jail in your future. Now hit the Romney Trail before I call the Bunko Squad.
Wait, don't spoil good thing. There's plenty here for all gypsies. Very rich hillbillies.
Those are my very rich hillbillies.
What is the meaning of this? I paid you gypsies $100 to frighten the Clampetts back to the hills.
You did?
You know very well I did. Please don't take offense, but you bear a striking resemblance to my husband.
Striking is exactly the right word. Oh, wait till I get you home.
Never!
Yes. Now hand over that $100.
Stay away. I put curse on you.
I'm married to her, and you're gonna put a curse on me? Put it there.
I see money in your hand.
Yes, but I don't, so hand it over.
I see much money. Killing in stock market.
Oh, I don't buy that gypsy jazz. I'm a practical, down-to-earth banker. So put the $100 in that hand.
Melbourne!
And this hand I'm saving for you right over my knee when I get you home.
Melbourne, darling, please don't be angry. I'm sorry for what I did. I'll be a good wife from now on.
It won't do any good to plead.
I'll be a loving wife. I'll shower you with hugs and kisses.
And threats won't work either. How big a killing in the stock market?
Very, very big.
And what stock shall I buy?
It's cloudy. For cash clouds might lift.
Uh-huh. How much?
For fellow gypsy could have at cost $90.
10, 20, 30, 40, 50.
Daddykins!
Margaret, please.
But Babykins loves Daddykins!
And Daddykins loves Moneykin. Now, where were we?
20.
40, 50.
Wadykins!
Margaret!
You're my dark, handsome gypsy sweetheart!
No! No, break the spell on Zarko. He done grabbed himself a married woman. Think of your husband, Miss Drysdale. Let go. Granny! Besides, I already turned him down. You're getting him on the rebound. You don't want a second-hand gypsy. But Granny, listen. Now you listen. Even if you were free to marry him, you ain't no more up to an outdoor honeymoon than I am.
Now, where was I?
40.
All right. 50, 60. There wasn't $100 there. My wife cheated you.
Happens to poor gypsies every day.
Did you call off the spell?
Not yet.
It must have been a humdinger to give him a hankering for that old biddy.
True.
I want to see how you do it. What's going on in there?
Oh, come on in, join us.
Yeah, Granny, my gypsy fella plays a real good fiddle.
And my gypsy gal dances up a storm.
Did you square dance, Gypsy?
No.
Oh, my father, Joe, he do big hot-foot Hungarian hold down.
Well, let's go. And remember, the spell is still on you. Just dancing, no sparking.
Here goes.